All and sundry, it's Talita here from 8 Seconds. Just recording to show you through the way you can order your groceries online for those of you who haven't done it before. So fingers crossed we can get through and give you some great information and you can see how you can do it yourself. Now, of course, as you probably know, there's a little bit of a demand for this service at the moment. So there's a couple of other features that I have found in searching around today on the Woolworths website, which might be suited to you if you're someone who is in self-isolation, if you're in that bracket that's a little bit more sensitive to going out and things like that. So you can get friends and family to assist you by perhaps collecting your groceries. You can still order them, but someone might be able to collect them for you, and also express an interest to be considered for the online delivery service as soon as it's back up and running and ready and available for us. So without much further ado, let's kick on. So the first thing we need to do when we're ordering online for our groceries is get onto the internet. On your computer or your iPad or your phone, you can see one of these different icons, which is your web browser. Now, I would also caveat that by saying that today I am going to just order this over the internet, so it's not going to be through the app on your phone. But of course, further to my last little video, if you wanted to download the app, you certainly could do that. Potentially for the first time, I would suggest it may be easier for you to order it online. And even if you're doing it on your iPad, you might find it easier if you just go to the web browser where you would normally jump online and search for things. And then you can search for the supermarkets and we can get you online there to start doing your shopping. So once you're on the internet and you've got your beautiful page sitting up like this, pardon me, I've got a frog in my throat, we need to actually search for what we're looking for. Today we're going to search for Woolworths because Woolworths is in many locations, certainly here in Proserpine and Airlie Beach, and it is featured as one of the community pickup centres, I believe, so that's why we're going to look at it today. So if I just type in Woolworths, my computer's trying to do the right thing by me because I've recently been on there. However, if I hadn't been on there, I could literally at this stage just hit enter because I'm entering the address of the website, or I could just type in Woolworths and let Google do the hard work for me. Now, you might not use Google, you might use Bing or another search engine, and that's fine because chances are 98% Woolworths supermarket will be up the top, and from here all you need to do is click and it will take you through to the page. Nice and simple, simple, it's what we like. So once we jump onto this section, if you're new to online, you'll see here it's trying to help you get your order all sorted. The first thing we need to do though is log in or sign up. Now, I already have a Woolworths account. However, for you guys, and so that we can walk through the process, I'm going to log in and hit this, but I'm also going to sign up so I can show you what you need to do this. So you'll need to type in your details, first name, last name. You will need an email address, and I'm going to type in my hello at 8 seconds email address, which is just a secondary one for me. I'm going to type in a password if I can create one on the spot. That's not too bad. And finally, yes, I have read and accept the terms and conditions. Now, as you can imagine, the terms and conditions are quite vast. However, they don't really change from everything else. If you have the time to read through them, then absolutely please do that at your leisure, and also agree at your leisure. That's your decision. For me, I have no issue with that, so I'm going to hit yes. I'm actually going to log in as my normal account. The procedure that you will find when you sign up for an account is you will get an email which will ask you to qualify your email address. And once you get that email, I'll just see if I can quickly find it. The joys of technology. All you need to do is literally click accept or yes, and that will qualify the device and your account. Onward. So now we're back to the point where we have our login details. We have an email address and we also have a password. It's up to you whether you want to check the remember me box. If it's easier for you, then by all means do. If you have a great way to save your passwords or somewhere very secure, then by all means make a note of it and you'll be ready for next time. So the first thing we see here is about the community pickup locations. If we go back, we can click on here to find out more, which is really important at the moment just due to COVID-19 and our need to all be isolated. As you can see, they're suggesting that there are 700 locations that allow priority assistance customers to place an online order and allow them to be picked up on their behalf. So to find your nearest community pickup location, all I did was hit Queensland, and I can see here that Airlie Beach is there. I can see here that I can't see Cannonvale, oddly, but obviously Airlie Beach is near enough, good enough. I can see Proserpine. I believe I saw Proserpine earlier. And of course, I'm sure Mackay and those other larger Marion, those other stores are all featured here. So this is where, if you're a Queenslander, you will jump in here to find out whether your store is listed. If you scroll down, it talks about pickup tips. So it's certainly easier. That talks about the app, the shopper notes and things like that. But if we go back to the top and hit, let me just see here, specials. Go back to the Woolworths. To get back to the home screen, all you need to do is always click the Woolworths button at the top there on the left. We'll go now to priority assistance, the tab on the front page there. And as we scroll down, you'll see it's already started to populate with my details. So your details should hopefully be in there if you're somebody who may need priority assistance. If you have a little look through, you can see here, please choose one of the below options that you have an eligible concession card or another reason. Again, you need to consent to Woolworths collecting the information, and do go through their collection notice and privacy policy, and also agree to the following terms and conditions, which basically is suggesting that anyone who's over the age of 60 years who have a disability, compromised immunity, or are required to self-isolate. So there's quite a broad area of people that may be applicable here. Now, I'm not going to click this because I am not in this category. However, I would strongly advise you, if you are, this should be the first thing that you fill out when you jump online. And notice here it says our team will review your request and confirm your status within 24 hours. So keep your eye out for an email if you do decide to do that. Okay, let's get to the business of the very important shopping list and shopping in general. As you scroll down on your homepage, you can see here there's a few bits and pieces. They'll give you some fantastic recipes. You can see some specials that are on the homepage. You can see a whole bunch of stuff. But for me, I know kind of what I want, and so therefore, if I have my shopping list in front of me, I might just want to type in what I need. So for example, I might type in eggs. And then if I type in eggs, I get this massive list of all sorts of eggs. You can sort these lists on the left-hand side here by more specific to what you're searching for. And you can also save this preference. So if you're planning to use this medium more than once, you can by all means jump back in and it will start to learn how you search and the sorts of things you like to buy. So it will make sure that next time you search for eggs, it shows you these things first, just to make our life a little bit easier. Now, if I wanted to add these eggs here, where this is a special, to my cart, I could literally do that, hit add to cart. As you can see here, it's given me the option of adding one, or I can add two. And now that's as simple as that. These two items have now been added to my cart, which you can see over here. Nice and easy. How do we have a look at our cart? I'll show you that in a second, but that's as simple as that. However, if you see something that you perhaps think you might need, maybe not immediately, but you think next week I might need this, you may want to save it to a list. So for me, I actually went online and I made a huge list for Christmas so we could order everything online and have it delivered to my mum. It made our lives a lot easier. But I'm going to create a new list, and it might be pantry. So just literally pantry items. And now I'm going to pop the eggs on the pantry list as an item that I'd probably buy pretty regularly. Okay, so that's good. So then the next thing I'm going to do is search for something like body wash. Now, if you have something that you always use, like Radox perhaps, or a particular brand, you can certainly pop your brand up the top as well. Now, it's not really giving me a lot, so I'm going to go and just type in Radox again and see what shows up this time. And it's still not really giving me what I was hoping for. So let's have a little bath gel. And that might be because I was using the wrong language. Again, potentially, maybe the search functionality that I'm using isn't right. So sometimes you need to just fiddle around and have a little bit of a look. As an alternative, you might go to the Health and Beauty tab and have a click on that. And then see here it says select categories from the left. Okay, so we go down shower, bath and soap, body wash, and once again, everything pops up and I see this beautiful product here from Glow Lab. Great, I'm going to add that to my cart. Done. They need to get the kids something, I'm going to add that to my cart too. Fantastic. And then I might need some shampoo, so I can either go back up here and have a little look at show all. Let's go back and see. If you want to go back, it's literally just a matter of going back. So if I click hair care, for example, and then I realize, oh no, that's not what I needed something else from the health and beauty aisle, I can literally click this link here, this little arrow up the top, if you can see where my mouse is, under the specials button, and it will take me back to this full list of everything that I might need. So if I go to dental care, I see that there's toothpaste there, so all I need to do is hit add to cart, easy done. I might need a new toothbrush, add to cart, I'm randomly shopping now. I might need some tomato sauce, and I'm looking. Excellent, and I'm going to hit that. I've already got one on the list, I'm ahead of myself. I'm going to add that one to the list. I might want some baked beans. Let's have a look. And we've got the Heinz beans, who saw the special on Catalyst last night on the ABC. It was a fantastic show about them actually canning the baked beans. So you can see how easy it is to find what you're looking for and put it in your cart. A couple of things to note. When you go to your cart, if you wanted to have a quick look at how much you've got, we'll go to checkout, which is just clicking at the top there. Now don't panic. It's certainly not going to just charge you. It is telling me here that all the delivery windows are currently full, and of course we know that already because it's a bit nuts. So so because of that, I am going to have to change this to pickup, and pickup location. I'm just going to put 4802. Woolworths Ellie Beach, save details, and now I should be able to choose a time. So I can choose tomorrow, the day and a time. Here we go. So 2-hour window tomorrow morning from between 10 and 12. All that means is that between that time, I just need to roll into the back of Woolies. There's usually a designated area and a phone number that you call, and then the guys will bring your groceries out to you. So it's really easy. Now I've done that, I can actually go and have a little look at reviewing my groceries. So as you can see here, some items are not available depending on how you're planning to get them delivered. So if you're planning to get them picked up, sometimes they will replace them with something else, or they're just making you aware so you can remove that unavailable item if they've sold out. These ones here, facial tissues, of course, are high at a premium, so we're just going to get rid of those at the moment. But sometimes if you wanted something that perhaps isn't there, they will substitute it for the next best thing if you give them permission to do so. So do be aware of that when you are searching. Now, one thing I also want to cover just before we move through is the fruit and veg section and ordering fruit and veg, because people can get caught out with this section a little bit. For example, if I go vegetables and then I look for mushrooms, and I can see here $11 a kilo. So if I hit add to cart, note that it's given me 0.2 of a kilo, which for mushrooms is probably enough. Just be careful that you're not ordering, 5 kilos of mushrooms. I have had friends who have accidentally ordered a few too many and ended up having mushroom soup for some time. So as you're ordering items, just be aware that they do have differences in terms of the pricing and how they actually equate them and add them to your bag. If I go to peas, bean, corn, yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. Let me find another one that I can talk to you about. Iceberg lettuce, you can see there is $2.50 by one, so for one each, so that makes sense. And then you can also see the fennel fresh for one each. So you just have a little look through so you can kind of get a feel for exactly what you're paying for. So this is interesting. Avocados 5-pack. The pack is $5.50, which equates to $1.10 each. So if you add that to the cart, I get 5 avocados. I don't get one, I get 5. So if you only want one, then you search avocado. That's my husband doing home renovations. Great timing. I think he's finished. Let's see. And then you can see here avocado shepherd each. So if I only want one, I'm going to hit that. Oh, sorry. I'm going to hit one and then add it to my list. And I'm going to just have to pause for a little minute while he finishes that off. Love the trials and tribulations of self-isolation, but thankfully our home renovations are well underway thanks to my husband very busy outside with his brick breaker having a nice time. So again, have a little look, make sure you pay attention to how things are added to your cart, because you don't want to be caught out with like 40 broccolis or anything like that accidentally. But the easiest way to do it is literally hit rice and search and see what shows up. The second part of this I would also suggest to you is if you add something to your cart because you want it, you may also want to save it to a list which is pantry, so that the next time you come online, you can literally just go to your list and you can certainly order from there, which would be nice and simple. You've also got this function up here that you can see. So you've got lists, quick reorder, catalog, recipes, and discover. So if I go to lists, firstly, you'll be able to see my first list, my Woolworths Rewards, pantry, and Christmas. So my Christmas list was the one that I went through thinking about all the things that I might need for Christmas and ordering those easily. So I could quick reorder that if I wanted to. As you can see, I can hit add all to cart. It's so easy. It's really, really easy. The other thing is if I go back to lists, hit it again, I can go down and see my pantry list, which I just started to add stuff to. And as you can see here, while this is available today, it may be available next time. So it's very, very easy to add things. You can add things directly to the list as well. So I could add peanut butter. Oops, if I could type. Hang on. Here. And I could, so the item search is peanut butter, and then I can hit add to cart. So it's nice and easy. It's basically a matter of just getting familiar with the platform and getting used to it. Again, you can have quick reorder, and if I hit lists, it tries to help us as well by having essential lists here, essential shops. It puts things in here for us that we might think we need, which is also good because as you do when you're in the supermarket and you're wandering along, sometimes you walk past things that you may have forgot to put on your list, like toilet paper. So it's always good to have a little look through sometimes and see if there's anything extra that you might need. If you've recently received a catalogue in the post box or in the paper, you can type in your post code to get started and select from the drop down list. So we're going to go Proserpine. And it's going to show us the current catalogue. So then from here, this is the one that you should have seen. And if it's this item that you saw that you want to add, we can literally add that to cart. It's really easy and quite intuitive. Just to the checkout side of things now, once you've completed your shop, if you wanted to pay for this, you've sorted out the pickup times, you've been through the process of applying for assistance and things like that, to pay, all you need to do is enter your details here. So you've got your credit card option down here. If you have a PayPal account, you can log into your PayPal account, which is really easy. One thing I would suggest you do, just to show you how you know if a website is secure, is up the top here. I don't know if you can see at the beginning of this web address, I have got a little lock. It's telling me that the address is secure. Now, just further to that, you can see here at the beginning of this web address, it says HTTPS, which means that it is protocol secure. So that is a safe website. They are not going to, they're managing your credit details very carefully when you're entering them in here, so you don't need to worry as much as you certainly would do if it did not have that HTTPS up the top or the little lock. I'm not sure about paying when you collect. I don't really know whether you can do that. I do know it's much easier if you pay for it when you order the goods, because then it's a matter of grabbing and going. Once you get there, it's really, really easy. This button here will go green and it will hit place order, and then everything will be underway for you. It's very, very easy. So I hope that certainly helps. You'll get an email reply to confirm your shopping list. If you've added your mobile number, chances are you'll get mobile updates as well. If you wanted to then download the app on your phone, you could certainly do that, and you would find it very easy. I believe that with the apps, you can actually even scan the barcodes of products in the Woolworths app, and it will automatically add these things or show them so you can add them easily to your list, which is a really cool feature. And yeah, I think that without sort of going over things too much, that's probably a really good start. You can see here the main sections are up the top if you are going through to browse versus actually having a sort of set list in front of you that you wanted to use, so you could do it that way. But I think you can certainly see how simple it is when you're having a little look around the app and the website itself, and how simple it can be to order groceries online. As I said, if I were seeking priority assistance, that would be the first thing I'd be doing, and I'd probably be waiting to get confirmation that you have had priority assistance given permission for that, and it's added to your account before I place any orders, so you could better understand the process there and about how you can nominate somebody else to come and collect your goodies. So I hope that helps you guys. I look forward to sending out a couple more videos in the coming weeks. If there's anything you'd like me to chat to you about, by all means, please let me know. I actually didn't use these slides after all that, but we'll just quickly go through them. There I am. There's my details. If you have any questions, you're welcome to flick me an email, give me a call, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Now, get shopping.